Hey guys, welcome back to Mo's Game Table. Today we're going to take a look inside Aliens. Get Away From Her, You Bitch expansion. This is an expansion to the Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Core base game, which I've already shown on the channel. Now we're going to take a look at the expansions. This is the first one, and this is one of the most iconic scenes in Hollywood history from one of the ultimate movie badasses, Ellen Ripley. So let's take a look at the back of the box and see what this expansion is all about. You've had your first encounter with these bugs, but now you've got to find a way off this rock. It'll be 17 days before any rescue mission is called, and you'll be lucky to survive 17 hours. This expansion adds more ways to play the Aliens Another Glorious Day in the Core cooperative survival game. New campaign missions spanning the Queen's Lair, landing platform, and the USS Sulaco. Expanded campaign missions from Another Glorious Day in the Core, adding new paths and threats. Suit up. Load your characters into a P5000 power loader to help them fight for their survival. Test your endurance against the matriarch of destruction, the Alien Queen. Play as the Alien Hive, control the Xenomorph Horde, and protect the Queen. And you can see here an example of the boards that come with the game and the new miniatures that will be added into the base game. The game comes with 4 double-sided game boards, 5 plastic miniatures, 31 willpower cards, 6 Hive Hazard cards, 25 motion tracker cards, 25 endurance cards, 2 character cards, a rulebook, card dock, 11 mission cards, 3 dials, and 63 tokens. So let's take a look inside and see what you get. Alright, we get our rulebook, the mission cards, our assembly guide for the miniatures, 2 sheets of that, 3 sheets of tokens, 4 map boards, the miniatures, and a whole bunch of new cards. So let's set up the boards and take a closer look at the game. And here's a look at the 4 new tiles that come with the expansion. They are just down, not in any specific order, and on their own, they're not going to create any environment. They're going to be used in conjunction with the tiles from the base game to create bigger, more expanded environments than we have in the base game, and also to create new locations that are from later parts in the movie to give you the overall cinematic experience. You see there's the dropship there. You see another front part of the dropship. So they're going to be using different spots, like I said, with the tiles from the base game to give you different locations, different vantage points maybe, as well as different states in the game, because these are double-sided. And here you can see there's again the dropship, but this is after all hell's broken loose and Ripley has to get out the power loader to protect Newt from the Queen. So looks like we're going to have even more expanded fights than we had in the base game. We'll take a look at the token sheets that come with the game. We have blip tokens here, and then we have some new character cards, Enraged Ripley and Bishop, as well as some computer terminals down here at the bottom. On the next sheet, we have the airlock doors, the status display for the power loader, the willpower tracker dial for the Alien Queen, some Xeno eggs, and some tunnels, damage markers for the Alien Queen, and crates down here on the bottom. And on the last sheet, we have the Hive card organizer, a couple more aim dials, and the badass APC is now playable in the game. And we'll take a look at the scenarios that come with the expansion. As you can see, it is still the same mission, but now much bigger. And that's going to make it a lot more challenging because bigger locations, more chances for Xenos to pop up, more hazards you're going to have to deal with. You can see the same goals and the same mission information on the back along with Newt. And then we've got the same for the others. Escape, now much bigger than it was before. The Survive mission. Then we have Retrieve, which is a new one. The Sulaco, which is another new one. And then the APC Chase, which of course was just like in the movie when they've got to escape out of there to get the hell out of Dodge. They got to go out and go through the APC. They're going to be doing the same thing here in the APC Chase. And then we've got Bug Hunt, Alien Queen, Queen's Gambit, Barracks, and Separated, as well as Evacuation. So plenty of survival modes to go through. If you get through the campaign and you're looking for more action, you'll have it here with these bug hunts. And we'll take a look at a few of the new blip cards that come with the expansion. We have the Alien Lurker, the Queen's Guard, and Queen's Aura. And in the expansion, we get a new weapon, the combat knife, And we also get some new equipment, microscope and the commander's comm link. We get a whole bunch of hazard cards here in the expansion, deep-seated trauma, overwhelming loss, quiet reflection, a couple of facehugger attacks, and then we get about 4 of these acid blood attack cards. Then we have the hive mind cards for the alien player, acid blood, fearless approach, sacrifice for the hive, and chest burster. Now we'll take a look at the miniatures that come with the expansion, and just like the base game, you're going to have to put these together. You can see here for the alien queen, there's quite a few parts, but doesn't look too difficult to put together, pretty straightforward. And for the player side, you have the Enraged Ripley Bishop and the Power Loader that you'll be putting together, and those don't look to be difficult at all. Very simple. The Power Loader is going to be probably on par with the Alien Queen as far as number of parts put together. It's not going to be super difficult. And like I said, in the base game, I'd recommend using plastic cement, like Tamiya Extra Thin, over using any sort of super glue, just for the simple fact that you don't have to worry about just locking the places at a bad angle, and you're going to have that weld when you use the plastic cement. You're going to have time to let it set. You're also going to be able to remove any flash, and the detail on these, just like with the base game, the detail's fantastic. I think they're pretty solid, and the plastic is good and sturdy. It's not soft, it's not too hard. It holds the detail well and should be easy to work with, both putting together as well as when you paint to put them on the table. Now we'll take a look at the rules. This is a 12-page rule book. The inside of the front cover gives you the expansion overview. This expansion will complete the entire cinematic experience because this is going to be the last half of the movie. Newt and the Marines have been taken. You need to go and try to rescue them. Then we get into the component list. Let's set everything that you have in the game along with the new components. Then we get into what's new for this expansion. We have extended campaign, bigger bug hunts, enlarged fire teams, enraged Ripley, synthetic characters, and now you can play as the alien hive. We also get the alien queen, the power loader, the APC, and greater endurance in this expansion. With greater endurance comes greater danger. You have to have that balance, and that's how they're going to balance that out. Then we get into the extended campaign and bigger bug hunts. That's all explained to you, those scenarios we looked at before, and then the explanation of how to play as the alien hive and how to do the hive mind step along with the hive mind deck. It's pretty straightforward. Moving your large models, because the others are, just 1-inch models that move on these squares. These are going to be bigger, and how those are handled on the map. The alien queen, the power loader. Then we have the APC and the crew positions within the APC all listed out and explained for you how those are handled. Then on the back, we have the new characters and fire teams, Bishop the Synthetic, Enraged Ripley, Newt, and then Carrying Newt, as well as the new addition of fire teams. You will take 6 Marines, put them out there. That'll build your fire team. You choose who you're going to play as. You flip them over. They're your heroes. The rest are just regular standard grunts. And then you keep anybody remaining in reserve, and they can be swapped out at the beginning of the next scenario in the campaign. And that is a look at everything you get inside of the Aliens Get Away From Her, You Bitch expansion. This is a game designed by Andrew Hott and published by Gale Force 9. With the expansion, we now get the full Aliens cinematic experience. In the base game, we had 3 scenarios in the campaign, and they were only 4 tiles each. Now we have 6 for the entire campaign, and they've doubled in size to 8 tiles. That means double the threat, double the danger, double the challenge, and I think double the replay value, because I don't know how often you're going to play and die each of these scenarios, and if you're going to be able to make it through a campaign, that in and of itself is going to be quite the challenge. But also the addition of not only some really iconic pieces in the Aliens franchise like the Queen and the Power Loader, but also we've got the ability to play head-to-head. A player can now play as the Queen, controlling the hive mind. That's awesome. So if you've been playing with your family over the holidays and you've been playing cooperatively and somebody says, hey, I want to be the aliens, well, now they can. That's pretty fantastic, and I think this is a great addition to the Another Glorious Day in the Core base game. So if you've been thinking about it, this is what you're going to get. If it fits into what you want from your Aliens experience, this is definitely a must-buy in my opinion. Well, I hope that helps you guys out if you'd be curious about this one. You have any comments or questions, post them down below. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time.